Well, how are we all today? Hope you're doing well. This is GameHammer Live. We're doing some live game coding at the moment. Oh, that's interesting. Let me try and bring up the system. Oh, that's not showing anything that we need. Okay, let me just see what we've got here. It should be showing a window of Retro Virtual Machine. There we go, there it is. It's loading in Arcade Game Developer for the ZX Spectrum, and we'll see how that goes, but no guarantees. As you might know, this is a little bit hit and miss. So we'll see how it goes, but I hope you're all having a great night. Who's in the chat? We have St. Martin of Tours, who says, the first. Oh, yes. Buying a newly released Gaia Dynamic DT270 set of headphones for your synths. 89 quid for headphones. My goodness, that's pretty substantial. Hope it works out for you. Is this still going? Oh, it looks like it's finished loading. Let's pause that. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Is it ready? No idea what that's doing, but I'm going to turn off that screeching sound. So, it's got a diamond on the screen. We'll see how it goes. We have Chief 89 Music. It says, "Hola, and good evening. How are you doing, man? I hope you're having a good night." We also have Sir Patrick Furlong and Melody the Cat saying, "I was looking at some videos of zany golf last night across the formats, but none of them show the right way to do well at the game. The only way to win is to not play." I think we've all been told that before. Being one you're very good at, I could do a video showing the right way to get holes in one and play it the right way, but the problem is you're scared. Okay. There is one way to deal with thugs, bullies, trolls, and generalized dickheads on YouTube, and that is to punch them in the face if you can. And I don't mean physically, I mean put them down. It's the old thing with school. The way to deal with a bully was to stand up to them and punch them, and maybe they'll give you a kicking, but they'll think twice about doing it again because you fought back. That's the only way you can do this. So that's how you do it. You hit back. If they start anything, you hit back. Or you realize that these people are pathetic little nobody trolls who no one will ever care about or listen to or love, and they'll die alone and no one will notice. So block them, ignore them, delete their comments, use the hide user on this channel option, and move on with your life. And yeah, it's hard to do because, well, they're very, very good at getting to you. That's the thing. The general thug, troll, bully is very good at getting to you because they've honed their skills. So the way they speak will be in a way that gets into your head. I understand that because Jen and I have been dealing with it for a long time. And I understand, but you can't let it get to you. And it's easier said than done, but let's put it this way. If they could do anything, they wouldn't be sat at home sending shitty little remarks. So just do it and ignore them, block them, move on. Move on with your life and enjoy it. Don't let them get to you. That's the only options you've got. You can either beat the crap out of them, or you can realize that they're a nobody, and you'll be given, by even attacking them, you'll be giving them more attention than they'll ever deserve. So take your route and go with it. That's all you can do. But don't be scared of them. They're nobodies. They're the kind of person that dirt on the street looks down on. So don't worry about them. Hi to... Oh, sorry, I've just scrolled off as I was trying to talk to people. Hi to Gurphy, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. Good evening. Yeah, pretty good. Currently having to deal with a copyright troll that's trying to do a claim on a video on Jen's channel. And, oh dear. They've claimed music that's not theirs, and they've said it's theirs. So we disputed it and said it wasn't theirs. So they've rejected that because apparently that's what they can do. Apparently they can look at it and go, we've looked into our own bad behaviour and decided we did nothing wrong. So apparently that's a thing. So I'm just I've appealed that, and now we've got to see whether I have to take them to court. Who else we got? Murphy, how you doing, man? Nigma863, hello. Greetings, mind if I join your stream? I do not know what it's about, nor your channel, but YouTube recommended it for some reason, and it intrigues me. Welcome. We're doing live game coding on a ZX Spectrum. Yeah, Martin, music. We have a sponsor slot on Jen's channel. It's how we keep the lights on. And one of the tracks in one of the adverts that we've been using for about 2 years got flagged on one video, and the guy went, "Oh, that's my tune." No, it isn't. Your tune sounds nothing like that. And they went, "Nope, it's my tune." And that now we're in a massive battle, so that's great. It's one of the stupidest situations we got. Yeah. What we got here? What's happening? Tech Hack Tamil is here as well. Hi, how you doing? It's good to see some new people coming in. How you doing, man? Right, let's have a look. What else? The great return of me. Hi, King Toon. How you doing, man? I think I've said... are we on top comments? No, this is live chat. There we go, live chat. So hopefully we're all doing well with that, and we only have the right stuff. Right, I'm doing good, thanks. Let's see how this is going. If I go over to this... Oh, that's in the wrong position for a start. Let's move our window capture so we can see it. This is Arcade Game Developer. Or Arcade Game Designer, I can't remember which. Mr. Salieri sends his regards. Ah, thank you. I do remember you. How you doing, man? So let's see. Are we getting Arcade Game Developer to work? It would be nice if it does. Let's see. Yes! Arcade Game Designer, that's what it's called. I apologise to the people who designed this because I got it wrong. You had standard top... Oh... Don't get me started on top comments, man. Don't get me started on top comments. They need to sort that out. They really do. So, this is Jonathan Caldwell's Arcade Game Designer. So, we're going to, first of all, see what we've got here. Can we... yeah, we've got the entire system. This is a Spectrum, even though it has Amstrad on the disk drive. It's just how it is. This is the ZX Spectrum Plus 3. So this is an Arcade Game Designer. We need to start... What's the point of Top Chat? Top Chat is... Here's the thing. Top Chat is there for channels that are much, much bigger than mine is. Like, way bigger. And I'm not talking about just adding an extra 5 viewers or something. When you get to about 1 million on the view count per thing, then Top Chat is there to try and filter out some of the random noise so that you only get signal, basically. So you get the people that are high ranked in your chat by the amount of people that are replying to them or that have been there for a long time, compared to low ranking stuff where people are just spamming hi or trying to get people to look at their channel by jumping into your chat, that kind of thing. That's what it's for. But why it defaults to that is anyone's guess. You had to order a Spectrum train. Oh, you did say yes. Yeah. So what I'm going to do here is make a save state. Because Arcade Game Designer is just loaded in. I don't want to have to load it again if anything goes wrong. So that's AGD 4.8. And just save it into my Spectrum folder. There we go. Hi, Andy. How you doing? Thought you never use save states. Most of the time I don't, but let's face it. This is blank. It's just been loaded in. It's got nothing in it, so there we go. Do I think 6.7 is bloody stupid? Okay. Here's the thing. Kids love to latch on to anything they think will annoy adults. That's what goes on there. They love annoying adults. So if they think they'll get... Oops. Hang on. Wrong button. I lost Arcade Game Designer there. If they think they can get a rise from adults by saying something stupid, then they will. I'm old enough to remember all the stupid things that we used to say back in the 80s. And in the 90s, I remember the day after the Great Cornholio was on air. Do you remember? I am Cornholio. I need TP for my bunghole. Cornholio and all of that. We all remember the crap that we got up to, don't we? So my point of view is, yeah, it's stupid. It's meant to be stupid. But that's what they do. That's kids for you. They revel in being daft. So let them have their fun. Just as long as they don't keep spamming it. I don't care. Modern Beggar says that Patrick's been replaced by AI. I'm not sure about that. I think Patrick is still Patrick. I don't think he's AI. A Robo Patrick, if you will. Oh dear. So shall we start? So, here's the thing. Our game is going to be a festive one, but I've been thinking about it since Patrick issued the challenge to make this on what it would be. So I've come up with this. Santa's Summer Bender. Santa went away on his summer holidays because everyone needs their time off, their holidays and things like that. So Santa went off on some kind of interstellar cruise. He took his sleigh and he sailed off and he got on his interstellar cruise and went to some alien planet. At which point he got blind drunk and someone nicked his sleigh. So now he's found that it was in a chop shop and he's got to reassemble it from the parts that have been scattered all over the place and be able to do this while getting enough money together to be able to come home because he's stone broke. They've emptied his bank accounts and they've chopped up his sleigh. So now he's got to get a load of cash back together and reassemble his sleigh so that he can go home and Christmas will be saved. What was he bending? Bending as in a drunken night out. Absolute classic, thank you. You're going to slash the character similar looks to the heroes of Bubble Bobble. We could probably do that. So I just think that would be hilarious. I think that would work out well for us. So that's my idea. And yes, it's bloody stupid and I love it. So shall we start with this? But before we start, Patrick has asked, do I have my drinkies and my blankie? I have my winter blanket because Grandma is getting old and the drinkies is Diet Hokey Cokey. So, since this is a Spectrum, we've got proper Spectrum stuff to deal with. Let's go for a character set. Oh, no, we don't need that. How do I get out? How do we get out of this? That's it, you press enter. Right, that's not... sprite images, that was it, not character set. Character set is the alphabet. Sprite images is what we want. Right. So, we need a Santa. And we'll start with this and try and build up our guy. There's his... That kind of works as his hat, doesn't it? So that kind of works. Right, we're going to need a nose. That is a terrible nose. That kind of works. Right, trying to get his basic shape together as a silhouette first, and we'll add details later. And maybe Santa can get a loan from the mob. There's his big fat belly, like a bowl full of jelly. Right, so I'm just going to try and put them together as a general thing there. How did Spectrum developers manage with such a small area to work out? May I please ask what your channel's exactly about in summary? And on that note, if you know the mathematical secrets of the number that makes it genuinely pretty. I don't know the secrets of the number. This is a retro channel. We talk about stuff from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, basically. It's a yellow Grinch. It does feel like a yellow Grinch, doesn't it? So that, yeah, anti-computer games. I like that. Yes, we play games, but tonight we're coding a game for the festive period. So there's our guy. That's it. That's what we're going with, isn't it? Bloody hell! It's so bad. Right, I need to bring up the manual so I can see. Can I change colours, or is it because the spectrum's got such a limited palette? Is that all we get? Arcade game designer, German language PDF. Well, that's not going to help me much. My German is atrocious. Ah, we've got version in English. Excellent, that's good. I knew we had an English version of this. Right, so let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. We got a palette. Yes, that's lovely. RGB, change colors there. Blah 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 blah. Sprite images, insert sprite, clear grid. Right, we can insert frames and go to the next frame with I, R, and F, but we're not going to at the moment. Santa's the colour of piss. Yes, he is. Right, let's go for our palette. Where's our palette? P for palette. Whoa. Okay. Top rows are ink and bottom rows are paper. We have some amazing colours here. My goodness. Right, what can we do with this? Can I create a palette that looks alright? Sprite images. Can we change the... No, we can't. On the Sprite images page where we create our thingamajig, then that's... We don't get to set the palette. We have to set it somewhere else. Okay, I can work with that. We can change the RGB colours. Excellent, because we're going to need to at some point, but we'll leave it at the moment. Right, and let's have a look and see what we've got. Right. Let's go to blocks. No, because that's not it either. Screen layouts. I've forgotten how we set what our player is. How do we set what the player is? Let's have a look at the window area. Yeah, that looks wonderful. Freaking hell, I've forgotten already. Right, screen layout, sprite images. Right. Sprite editor also has scratch those screens from tapes using the L key. You can then move blah 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 blah. Coordinate based. Fill out as much of the 16 by 16 area as I can, particularly for player and enemy sprites. Okay. Right. Okay, we need to make sure that our guy is as big as possible to fill out this. So essentially, we need to try and make this guy as big as we can, because if we don't, then the players are going to notice. Right. So let's do this. Let's clear the palette. Clear frame? Yes. Right. We need to make sure that this is as big as possible. So we're going to have a bobble-headed Santa. He's going to have a massive, massive hat. And that is going to be part of the thing. Well, right. This is our guy. That's the back of his hat. It's ridiculous, isn't it? There we go. Right, there's his hat. Right, let's have his head there. Yeah, that's great. And we'll come down with a big beard like this. There's his big bushy beard. Ho, ho, ho! Where's my hose? What am I on about? Right. It's a bit annoying that we have to do pixel by pixel, but we'll get there. We'll make sure this works. Right, there's Santa. There's his big conch. Because everyone needs a conch. There's a nose you can trust. Wow, Tony, it's a nose you can trust. It's ritualistic. Right. Let's have his eye here. And an ear, maybe. There we are. Right. It's your description GameHammer, right? Let's have a look. What's it? Let's have a look. What have we got? What have we got? GameHammer covers antique computer games. The viewers request the antiques. Sometimes GameHammer show off the antiques from charity shops. Yep, that's pretty much. I play the classics, definitely. On occasion, shows items viewers have been kind enough to send. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, we do a lot of old classics. Also, I have a plushy cat here called Beanbag. Hello. Hello. Meow. See, I can speak multiple languages. Meow. 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 Yep. And we have a bit of an obsession with ducks. Like, Captain Quacky, quack, 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 quack. Exploiting TV signals to create new colours and utilising the blurring to apply more colours than there is to... Oh, yeah, we love all the old video techniques. Armored duck. Beanbag is star of the show. Pretty much. Right, let's do this. So we got our guy. He's enormous and he's a bit weird. But there we are. Right. And then here's his giant feet. There we are. That's it. That's our guy. No, he's not wearing high heels. That's his boots. Right. That's our dude. That's our guy. So we need some blocks. Excuse me. We need to create some blocks. Otherwise, we haven't got anything for him to walk around on. Right. Blocks are used to construct the screens. They're 8 by 8 pixels and have a different type assigned to them. Empty space, normal platform, blah, blah, blah. So we need a normal platform. Is this... What type is it? Type is empty space. How do we change the type? Q and W. Okay, W. Type is platform. Excellent. Right, we got our right platform now, and we need a paper color and an ink color. Ink should be... Well, this is going to be the ground. So I'm going to say blue for ice. This is a standard block. I'm going to have... There. That kind of looks all right, doesn't it? Hey, I like that. Okay, there's our standard icy block. What should the paper color be? Oh, I like that. Can we... Let's go for cyan there and try white on top, or... No, it looks better the other way, doesn't it? So let's go for cyan, and then for paper, we'll have blue on the background. There we are. How large or diverse is the bit color indexing? Not very big at all. Yeah, Patrick's got it right there. 8 colors maximum. It's not great. So let's design our screen layouts. This is our screen at the moment. Oh! Crap. We've just designed the backgrounds. Okay, yeah, that's the background. That's not what we need. Go back for blocks. Can I copy this? Copy current block to clipboard as M. Copy it to clipboard. Clear it. Yes. We want background to be black because this is background, and ink can be, I don't know. Yeah, white. We want it to look interesting as a background, but not too interesting. This is the first block should not be this. So this should just be empty space. Right. Original Tomb Raider's been remade for modern... Why? We just got the... Right, we need N. Block. Go back to blocks. Next. How do we go through the blocks? Last block, next block. Oh, create a new block. X. Create block, yes. Right, block 1. How do we paste? Paste is K. Paste block, yes. There we go. There's... Now we've got our platform. There we go. Right, blocks. Right. No, not blocks. Screen layouts. Right. Now we've got an empty space. So now we can work this out. So I'm going to have at the top of the screen a load of ice. Because this is going to be right at the start of the game. And we want some... We want a way to get out, but not anything else. Right. This is going to be fun. We're going to have here space for leaving. This is where we need to go. So let's go back to blocks. And we need to create a new block. Yes. So ink to red. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Right. What I'm trying to do here is to suggest tiles. And this will then let us tessellate it, you see. It won't work quite as well as I was hoping for, but we'll get there. Yeah, that's not going to work. Right. If we have that there, I'll work this out. Right, what I'm trying to do is essentially create the idea of tiles that can tessellate. But that won't work either. Look at it. Right. If I put that there, like that, then we end up with that. That work? Yeah, that works. That works. Okay. All right, we need paper on the background. I need something that looks not too garish. That kind of works. Okay. Go back to blocks. What was that? This empty space now platform. This is solid wall. You can't go through it. Go back to the screen layout. We're now going to build a solid roof. So you can't go any further up. What are we going on with? Right. Computer or CPU. Also, you could make a simple mixer by using the scan line. Yeah. This is a ZX Spectrum being emulated on an Apple Mac using RVM, Retro Virtual Machine, which is cool. It's an amazing system. And the Apple Mac is a fantastic streaming system, Patrick. You know that it's brilliant. And I've got every console under the sun. In fact, we're going to show that off. I've got every console under the sun wired up in here. Oh, that's the wrong one. There's the Mac. Hello. So, for those that are new to the show, there's Batman and a bunch of other weird stuff. And there's Beanbag. So this is the Mac. This is what we're currently streaming on. I have underneath a PlayStation 2. PlayStation 1 and a Wii U. Under there is the Amstrad CPC. And then up here, there's the sound system that runs the entire thing. Super Nintendo, N64, Mega Drive. The Mega CD is currently not here. It's downstairs because I've got a link to my Mega Drive that's attached to my lounge computer, not computer's screen. There, on top of the GameCube, is a Famiclone system called the N Joypad, original as Sega Saturn, Dreamcast on top of an Xbox 360 on top of an original Xbox, a PC for PC gaming, And over in the corner, underneath all of those plushies, is a ZX Spectrum, a Commodore 64, an MSX, and what else is down there? An Acorn Electron. And then, last but not least, is the Commodore Amiga 500. So there we are. Oh, and I've got a Nintendo Switch in here as well. And a PlayStation 3, which is currently underneath all this rubbish because my bin fell over and I haven't picked it up yet. Yes, I do appear to be a bit of a mucky pup today. That's because I moved the chair, everything fell over, and then I had to go live. So it's just one of those things. I will tidy up, don't worry. Let's go back to this. No, that's the wrong one. There we are. I demand you get this cupboard polished and dusted. I will. I've got time later on. Hi, Nightway. How you doing? ZX Spectrum takes me back. Had one of those way back in the day. Yeah. Right. Let's have a look. So we got the system. Oh, I've got a PS5 and Xbox One, but they're not in here. The Xbox One is in the bedroom because I've been playing Forza before I go to bed. And also the PS5 is downstairs. So we've got the top of a thing there. And now we need a further thing on here. Blocks. The next block. We need another block. This is also going to be solid wall. So let's do this. I need bricks now, basically. How can I suggest bricks? This kind of works. This kind of works, doesn't it? Okay, if I turn the paper red. Does this work? Oh, yes, if I turn the paper yellow, then it looks like mortar. How's that? This kind of works, doesn't it? Not brilliant, but it's close enough for the moment. It's good enough for grunt work. That looks atrocious. That looks atrocious. That looks like someone farted and didn't like the smell. But what? In what language does that look right? No. Right, I've got it now. Okay, let's make it a bit more like this. Does that look right? It's looking better, isn't it? It's looking better. Right, and the only thing we need to remember is tessellation is the name of the game. So if I move that up. Then that looks atrocious as well. Because we're going to end up with a... Now, I like the idea of the bricks. I think it's working out quite well. But, let's think. If I were to make these bigger by 2. Let's try that, by 2. Put it like that. This doesn't work either, does it? My problem is I always end up with 2 that are going to be right next to each other, like that. I need the top to essentially sit on the bottom, as if it's going to... So let's take this down by 1. Right. Aha! If I make them 3 high, then it works. There we go. Right. There we go. That's solid wall as well. Go back to the screen. And there. Now it tessellates. I was trying to do it in 2 when it should have been in 3. Right, we have We have our location. We have our location. There we go. Yeah. There we go. And it just works. Bang. There we are. Okay. Right. Leave this. Go back to blocks. Can I turn the ink darker? No. I can't. Okay. I wish I could, but I can't. That's a shame. Right. So we got that anyway. So let's have a look at our screen. So we got this. Right. I want the platform to not just be ice, but I do like that we've got some. Can I go through? Create screen? No. I don't want to create screen. Where's my screen layout? Move through the block table as 1 and 2. Okay. So we do want these to be reasonably numerous, but I want it to be a bit different as well at the same time. So I'm going to set up the basic screen without changing any of the blocks, so we have an idea of where we need to go. 0 is half on and full on, yeah. Right, let's do that. Right, we've got our first basic area. This kind of works. And we'll work out the rest from here. Put one there. And one there. And then just for fun's sake, 2 there. Right, can we set up our... Where is our... Sprite positions, N, that's it. Right, this is our guy. He starts... He looks ridiculous, but I love him. It's so good. He looks so ridiculous. Can I change his colour? Please let me change his colour. Let me change the colour. No, I can't. It does not let me change the colours. Seriously? Are you freaking sure? I can't change the colours. Wonderful. Okay. Let me change the look of the palette. Let's test the game, actually. Let's test the game. There he is. Test the game. There are no movements. We've got nothing. Nothing works. We've got 3 lives and it says get ready at the top. So, we're going to need some events, aren't we? E for events. Player control. Oh, okay. E for events. Game initialization. Oh, okay. How's events work then? I was pressing enter and it just doesn't do it. Where's the events? Allows you to find the keys to your game will use, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Most of the time I press enter and... No! Right, give me a second. Okay, let's have a think. Seriously? Shouldn't I be able to change the events? Right. I got... Ah, that's space. Right, manic minus style controls. Okay, let's do that, yeah. Let's go for manic minus style controls. Key 0, key 1, screen right, screen left. Image, animate, sprite right, blah, blah, blah. Key 3 is jump. And go back. How do I get out of this? Oh, this is atrocious. How do you get out of events? Oh, don't do this to me, game. How do we... Give me a second, guys. I've just got to try and work this out. Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready, yeah. Right, I need a new window for... Key combination that simulates break. Yeah, AGD Spectrum. How to exit events. Exit command op. Constructing game keys, blah, blah, blah. This is the same thing that I've just looked at. How to exit. It doesn't tell me, does it? Circle and load into miscellaneous collision dissipate heights. Events, here we are, right. System E to end. Symbol E. Okay. Right. Symbol E. Where's my keyboard? Where's my keyboard? Right. ZX Spectrum keyboard. Let's have a look. What symbol do I have to press? What button do I have to press for symbol? I should not have to look this up, but here we are. Right. Can I have a look at that? Can I have a full screen version? Break space should be lower shift, shouldn't it? Symbol shift. Ah, right. Get it. Okay, it should be on the side here. Command or option. Well, that's not good. Okay, guys, we've got a major issue here. And I'm not even kidding. A serious issue. This is... Save before something goes wrong, says Patrick. I wish I had. I seriously, I wish I had, because what I thought would be simple was actually power off. Apparently, Retro Virtual Machine has a built-in power off button. Why anyone would need a power off button is left to the whims of fate. But here we are. Right. Here we are. Before I go any further, let me just try and load this in. Where is... There it is. There's Arcade Game Designer. Load it in. I can't believe I just did that. But here we are. We've got nothing in here, so we can't get any worse. So I'm going to go into events, sprite type, player control even, Manic Miner style controls. Right, I'm going to now try this. Command E turns warp on. Option E. But here's it. Command Enter or Control Enter doesn't turn it. Why doesn't it turn it off? Yeah, it does. Command and Enter turns it off and on. So don't press that. Right. E for events. Right. Manic Miner style controls. That's what we want. Right. E. And turn warp effects on. So Command and E is what we have. That's the That's what we have. This is not good. Code editor keys. I need to be able to end by getting in and out. Symbol and E. Symbol and Q. Control and E. Yeah. That's why I'm... Not now. I don't want to engage in. It doesn't work. Okay. We've got a major issue, and it's not with the system. It's not with the program. It's with what I'm using. Right. So, because this is a Mac, it has certain things. So, can I change its system? Any of its properties? I genuinely don't think I can change this. Turn the joystick emulation on. Joystick off. There's my... right. Simple. Nope, that would have been lovely. It's internal devices. It's a picture of the spectrum. Right, can I... Nope, nothing there. Configure gamepad, firmware vault. No, I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Right, there's nothing. We can't do this. We literally cannot do this with this emulator. Because this emulator is using certain keys. The keys that, and the key combinations that I need, it can't use. It can't. What a major oversight. That's atrocious. Turn the keyboard on. No, turn it off again. Wow. That is incredible. Okay. Shift and E. I have pressed Shift and E. Watch this, Patrick. Shift E. I get a capital E. Control E does nothing. Option E gets me a lowercase e. Command E turns speed warp and time warp on. Right. Quit. So, we can't do that. We literally cannot do what I was trying to do. So, we need to work out a solution. Apple key and E. Yeah, these are the keys. That's all of them. What does escape do? Nothing. Nothing at all. I'll bring it open and we'll try again. Bring it back up. Bring up the spectrum again. Right. Let's go back to this. 1 out of 4. Right. I need to switch this and set it again. Give me a second so I can make sure you're on the same window as I am. Retro virtual machine. There you go. Nope, that's the wrong one. Right, here's it. This is where you're at. Right. Escape does that. Yep, doesn't work. So we're gonna have to try a different method. So, yeah, I know you're trying to suggest, and I appreciate it, Patrick. It's great. So we're gonna have to do something different. The big deal, Enigma, is that it requires a certain set of keys that are already in use. That's literally all it is. We'll get there. Sent a video that showed me. I've got a better idea. Shall we run this on an actual spectrum? Instead of faffing about and trying to work this out, I'm going to reach across from all these cans that I knocked out my bin and grab the spectrum, providing I can reach it. Let's get the ZX spectrum out. Where is the spectrum? I thought that was it, but it's not. Is that my MSX? Yeah, that's the MSX. Where's the spectrum? Here it is. It's under Ed the Duck. Ah, all my plushy toys are gone. Here's an actual spectrum. The mighty ZX Spectrum. Right, let's do this. I am coding this bloody game. And no one can stop me. Arr. I know other words to that effect. Right, so this might take a minute, so just bear with me. Because I need to grab the system that plugs in. So I can use the... There it is. That's the one. Nice. The Div MMC Future. Sent me a screen grab of the code as well. Thank you. Div MMC Future. There we go. Hi Retro Rambles, how you doing? So. Let's plug that in. When emulators fail, we bring out the original hardware. When that fails, we cry. So I'm gonna just use the where is it? So I'm gonna plug in the SD card from this and port over the game developer code that we were using from the snapshot, if possible. Right, having fun? Yes. I don't mind that we have problems. If we have solutions to problems, it's great. No problem with that. Why isn't this loading? Hopefully that'll work in a minute. Right. Nope, that's... Do we already have Arcade Game Designer on this? Because it's not loading in. Just plug that in. Right, let's find the spectrums. That is not it. Right, I just need to find the wires for the spectrum so I can plug it in. I think this is it. Yeah, that's it. That's the power. Wasn't planning to use this today. Oh, it's the C64. Where's my spectrum? Right, guys, just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second so I can plug this in, because I wasn't planning for this, so it's in the middle of a pile of wires. You do not want to see the rat's nest that's under this desk. I tell you. Right, there's the spectrum's power. Right, that's powered. Is this the spectrum or the Commodore? Commodore. Where's my spectrum stuff? Under this. Is this the spectrum? How did all this get tangled? Right, there's the spectrum's power cable. This is going to be a while because somehow, actually I say somehow, I actually know how this happens. Finally, a chance to use my physics degree. All of the copper inside a wire is coiled. It's wires wrapped around wires, so that it makes them more stable, stops them breaking as much, and because they're coiled, the magnetic line from them, the magnetic field goes in the same direction. It's a very useful thing. So you end up with a huge benefit. It's stronger and the magnetic field goes in the right direction. The downside is that all the wires inside are coiled. So naturally they want to spin and twist. And that's how you end up with these tangled wires. Very interesting. Frustrating, but very interesting. Right, here's the... Oh, what the hell? Well, no wonder the bloody printer doesn't turn on. That's not plugged in. Well, that explains an awful lot from earlier on when I was trying to sort things out. Oh dear, I thought it was plugged in, but what have I got plugged in and thinking it was my printer? That's a question for another day. Right, let's do this. Where am I? Where is... I had it a minute ago. I thought that was it, but it's not. Where's the video wire to the Spectrum gone? That's not it. Oh, that's lovely. I had the video. I had the Spectrum's video, now I don't. What the hell? Where's it? How? How does this happen? Is this it? What's this one? Commodore! Again! Zoe's New Year's resolution should be to deal with the jungle biome. Yeah, it's become a mess. It really has become a mess in here. Because of the amount of work that we're doing all the time, I end up with all sorts all over the place. And no time to fix it. So this is becoming a big issue. But we are coding a damn game today, and no amount of wires is going to stop me. I'm old, my eyes don't work as well. I'm just going to use my phone as a light. I've got a massive studio light there, the overhead lights, and I still need an extra one from my phone to try and find where the Spectrum's video is. My goodness, right, this goes to there, and that's the Commodore one. So which one's this? Is this the Spectrum one? No, that's the Amstrad one, so it must be this. That can't be the Spectrum one, surely. Why is it going over there? What the hell? What is that one? Where does this go? Oh, it's the Amiga. Okay, so where's the Spectrum? What the hell? Is this the Spectrum? The Amiga's plugged in, the Spectrum isn't. Well, that explains why I'm not getting any signal. Where's the wire go? Where's the wire go? Oh my goodness, what is this? Is it here? Yes. Yes. Goes over here. That's the Amiga one. Half I managed to get that again. Oh my goodness. It's wrapped right around everything. That explains a lot. So it's going this way. And it goes to here. And out the other end. Aha! Got it! Got it! I unplugged the Amiga's thing. I've got a 5 thing instead of a 3 thing SCART, and I can't find where I put it. So at the moment, I have to keep on plugging the Amiga to plug the Spectrum in. Right. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Right, let's do this. RGB. Right, we're going to code on an actual Spectrum because modern hardware has failed. Right. Oh dear. So let's do this. Okay. So what's going on? What's happened? Stacey, what's going on? What? Take your time, no hurry. Sorry, what's gone? What's wrong? A lot of things just got deleted. What's going on? Guys, we don't need to go overboard. Seriously, we don't need to go overboard with stuff. Right. Okay, that's now plugged in. So hopefully, when I come to this channel here, I should be able to find it on my HDMI system. Yes, the spectrum is coming through HDMI. Okay, that's not working. So let's switch the other one. We'll get there in a moment. Ah, no signal. Right, it's on. It's on. This is it. Okay, this is the spectrum. We're on AV2. The spectrum is here. So, plug that in. There we are. Don't think anything happened apart from what I think's a bot. A bot got... Oh, okay. Yeah, you can't block. You can't block every. You can't block it. It's just how it is. No, it's fine. There's no need for everyone to go overboard. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. Everyone's fine. We're all welcome to ask questions here. That's how this works. So we are now. We're now back on this. So Grandma's got her blankie again, and here we are. So let's do this. Let's do this. Right, we're on the original hardware spectrum. Just move that out of the way. So if I press this, it should bring up the div MMC. Nope, that's the wrong button. I'll try and remember that for later. There are two buttons. One resets the system. The other one loads things. It's not great, but we will get there. Right, we need to find the... Oh. Where's the designer? We have used this before. PGD, is that it? Explorer Game Designer. No, this is the wrong thing. This is the wrong thing. Okay, Okay, we're going to turn that off. So I do need to bring... Platform Game Designer is on there. Did you see it? Let's have another look. I saw... Yeah, Platform Game Designer's on there. That's not what we need, though. I need Arcade Game Designer. I'm not sure it's on here. We've definitely used something before. That's PGD. We want... Yeah, I don't think it's on here. Genuinely think it's not here. Okay, we're gonna do this. Right. Trying to get a rise in chats and see. People are different, man. Don't worry. Don't worry about it, man. Right. Let's have a look. I'm trying to get the. Where is it? Oh, get in there. That's what she said. Alright, let's do this. I've plugged in the... there it is. Right. Okay. Loaded. I've plugged in the SD card. Retro Rambles, you are not a bot. You're just a very naughty boy. Right, I'm going to stick Platform Game Developer into there. Yeah, and GAC into there as well. What is new games? What's on new games on my SD card? You guys can't see this, of course. So, just give me a moment. Trying to load up the design and the development stuff. So if I go to Window Capture Properties and send that to Display, you can see the whole thing, everything that I'm seeing. What I'm trying to do here is load up this. The stop moving stuff, stop moving. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, we need to go into ZX and we need new thing on here. Can I do a new thing on here? No. Okay, right, we've got a problem. It's a surprising problem, but it's here. Finder is broken. I'm not even kidding. Finder, the thing that runs not Windows, the thing that runs this has broken. So I don't think I can move this. Arcade Game Developer, I need to move into ZX, into A. But nothing's there because Finder has broken. I just heard the hard drive wind up. There you go. Everything's broke. Well, look at that. All gone off? Right, guys, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. This is what we're going to do. You can see me on screen at the moment. I'm going to turn off my computer and reboot it. I'll be back in about a minute, and then we'll see what happens. Back in a moment, guys. And hopefully I'm back now. So, yeah, it's an advantage of a of a system that's on an SSD rather than a standard old style hard drive that we can get back up so quick. But a bit annoying. So I'm just jumping back into the live chat and all of that. So, are you still there? Everyone looks like we're here. Yeah. Okay. Right, we're back. I don't want to send feedback. Oh, for goodness sake. I want to pop the chat out. Stop it, Google. Stop it. Pop out chat. Send feedback is about 3 pixels below actually using the damn system the way you want it to. It's one of those things. So let me just set up the chat again on screen. There we go. Okay. Right. Can't get rid of us that easily. Yeah, it's just been one of those nights, hasn't it? My goodness. So there we are. Right, if I go back to here, this is all turned off at the moment. Can you make the chat bigger, please? Nope, because unfortunately that's it. It would then bleed into the other screen. So I know why the system crashed. It's because we were trying to access an SD card that isn't there. Seriously, the SD card is just turned off, essentially. So plug this back in. Hopefully it works. Right, let's plug that in. I need to get the SD card to work because I need to put the thing on. Right, here we are. ZX Spectrum. Go into ZX Spectrum. Go into A. Right, we need to put onto this Arcade Game Designer. So where is it? It's on Sakura. Arcade Game Designer software 4.8.TAP. Tap. Copy it to that. Go on. Yes. Okay, there it is. Right, close that. Right, I've just added the thing. Everything's back up. Drop that off. Eject the thing from Windows, Mac. Come on, man. Oh, God. Don't do this to me. Don't fucking do this to me. It won't eject. It won't eject. One or more programs may be using it. Force eject. Drop the damn thing. Thank you. There we go. Right. It's not a 12 grand computer. It's a 2 grand computer. It was bloody expensive. Let's put it that way. Right. AGD is now plugged in. It didn't like that, did it? My goodness. All right, here we go. Okay. Amstrad. Because this is a ZX Spectrum Plus 2. Right, so let's go down to ZX. And into A. Arcade Game Developer 4.3. It's not a £1.20 computer. I wish it was. My goodness, imagine that. Just everyone could have one. That'd be brilliant. Right, here we are. So, we're here. You did send me the Spectrum, thank you. Although I did buy the Amiga. Right, we're in. Let's do this. We're starting again, but we're in. We need a new block. Yes, we need to create a new block. I pressed T instead of Y. Oh, right. There's one thing I don't like about the Spectrum. And this is purely down to muscle memory. I'm very good with a QWERTY keyboard. I learned on the Amstrad, very much the same layout on the PC and on the Mac, because Amstrad built their computers for the office. So it's all very much the same. You learn on one, you can use all. The ZX Spectrum is different. The ZX Spectrum is created for, let's make it as easy as possible for people to be able to code on a Spectrum. So it's got helpful extra keys, and they're all down the left-hand side of the keyboard, which means from muscle memory point of view, every key you want to type on the alphabet is one to the right of where it should be in your brain. It's a very annoying system. Oh, let's do this. So, what was the keys again? Oh, now I'm annoyed. Right, give me a sec. Look, guys, let's just all be calm. Be nice to people, and we'll all get on. Right, I need to bring up the documentation because I've forgotten the keys. Oh, it was I. Yeah, I for changing ink. Right, let's do this. So we need the ink. There we go. Right. How do you do left and right? Oh, there it is. Also, all the bloody keys are in the wrong place. It's really annoying. The up, down, left and right on this is... They're all to the sides of the spacebar. So if you want to go left and right, they're on the left of the spacebar. And if you want to go up and down, they're on the right of the spacebar. Which, again, once you get used to it, it's fine. But getting used to it is a problem. I'll get there. I'll get there. It'll be fine. Right. Right, there we go. See, I'm getting there already. It's all about learning the process and ease of use and all of that. Guys, we're gonna get there. There we are. Right, there's our first block. Create another block. Yes. Now this one was the one where we were trying to make the roof. We wanted it to look weird and interesting. We're not too used to new people. I know, we don't often get a new person. Like, hello to the new person. Your ways are different, and therefore we will get used to you. But, you know, it's all about personalities. And I try to make this show as welcoming as possible. That's how it is, because we've all had that experience where we're the new person in an area. We don't know what's going on. So we try to be as welcoming as we can. And that's the way I like things. Does that work? Not really. No, I've kind of got it wrong, haven't I? Let's do this. Let's do this. We've got it wrong. There we are. Right there. That's better. Okay, now I'm getting somewhere. Okay. That kind of works. That sort of works. Okay. Right. And then next we need another block. We need to go back, don't we? Previous block, previous block, previous block. How do I do that? Is it W? No. Right. Empty space? No, that's a platform. Empty space? No, that's a solid wall. Empty space? No, that's a solid wall. Solid wall. There we go. Right, this is the bricks. This is the bricks. You're guilty of winding me up. Just a bit. Just a bit. But we get there, and that's what counts. Again, I'm finding that I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Just through muscle memory. Okay, let's do it. These don't quite look as garish. It's interesting. Right. Right. I wind you guys. I do not wind anyone up. I am nice and don't smell at all. And I clean my bins regularly. Oh dear. We have to laugh because if we didn't, we'd go crazy. Have I got this right? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. That kind of works. Right. Yeah, that kind of, yeah. Okay, I've got it now. It's okay. Right, I think I've got this brick so that it'll work and tessellate. We'll check in a minute once we get into the game itself. There we go. Right, there's our bricks. Let's create the screen. We'll have to work and rebuild the other bit later. Right, let's do this. Oh my goodness, the things that we do. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. Okay. And 5. There we go. Right, that's coming. Right, we're starting to get this together. It's going to work. It's going to work. Right. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. 1, 2. How did you get here? The pixies dropped you off. Don't you remember? They said they came in and went, "We are done here. This problem is yours now." No backsies. That I remember that. I remember that well. Right. Does that look good? Is it in? Give me a second. Go back to the blocks. Right. There. That looks better. There we go. Okay, we're in. We're in. We're doing this. We're doing this. We're cooking with isopropyl butanol. Okay. Right. Yes. This has come together nicely now. Right. Eccentric behaviour from Grandma, but I'm nice and also made entirely out of sugar and plums and nice things and not butts. No butts. No butts were involved in the production of me. Right. Let's have some extra walling. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. You don't watch soaps. Why do they always have a miserable Christmas? So that you feel better about your life. That's not even a joke. That is genuinely why they do it. Right. I might be made of farts and none of my kids like me, but at least I'm not them. Same thing with the Jeremy Kyle show. Right. I might suck, but at least I don't suck like they do. There we go. Right. There's our first screen. Okay, now we need sprites. Where's our sprite? My image is S. We're getting somewhere now. Let's do this. Do you know what? Save a snapshot of this. No. I am going to save in the standard way by hoping for the best. I mean, do I remember? Nope. I wish I did. I genuinely wish I did. I will fall down that bridge when we come to it. Right, we're building our guy. There we go. I really wish I did remember, but I don't. Press the my button, then use S to create. Ah, thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you very much. I'll do that in a moment once we've got back to where we were. That kind of looks right, doesn't it? Right, let's do this. Come on down and to there. That looks more like a Santa now, doesn't it? Or a wizard. Right. Let's have his... That kind of works. Right. There we are. Right. Does that work? Yes. Can I move this across one? Is it possible for me to move it across 1 pixel? I can't remember. Let me just quickly check. And then character design. Sprite images. No. Oh, it would be nice if I could move it across a little bit. That's a shame because I can't. But yeah, there's our Santa. There's Santa with his hat. Would be nice if we were a little bit further across, but we're not. Right. Sprite positions N. Set the player. See, he's not quite right, you see. He's not quite in the right position, but never mind. Right. Events. Player control. Manic Miner style controls. There's our problem again. Right, delete, go back up. Right. It should be symbol E. Yeah, you think he looks alright. That's fine. He does look alright, but my problem is he's not in the center of the box, which means the hitbox is actually a bit further across than it feels like, and players won't like that. Right, the symbols are working, but not in the way that you'd expect. So, how do I exit this? And now we're back to here with all the problems that we have. Events. Home and end are actually not what we needed. What if I press break? Nope. Break just... How the hell am I supposed to get out of this? I'm not even joking. Right, I'm looking at the fence. I genuinely don't know how to end this. Running right down to the bottom. Where the hell could this be? Oh my god. If it turns out that I didn't need to go on... Hi, Captain Dowd. How you doing, man? Basically done already. Just need to sprinkle on the pretty sprinkles. To be fair, Enigma, you're actually not far off. The program we're using, Platform Game Developer or Arcade Game Developer, is so well built that once we've designed our guys, all we need to put in is the collectibles and the event triggers, and we're done. It's great for streamlining. How the hell do I get out of this? Symbol shift break? No. Oh my goodness, I genuinely don't know. If it turns out that we could have just used the emulator, I'll be very, very upset. AGD 4.8, how to exit event mode. Okay, it's one of the first things that you can scroll for. How do I exit event? Scroll lock. Where the hell's the scroll lock key? There isn't one. What the hell? AGD 4.8. Arcade game design, yeah. I am genuinely stumped. Oh, I'm on top chat, not live chat again. I hate it when it does that. Right. Arcade game designer. 4.8. Exit event mode. Right. Holding down symbol shift and pressing a corresponding letter or number key generates a symbol printed and read on that key. Lovely. Yeah, I know that. How the hell am I supposed to do this? 4.7. This is actually very annoying. I'm going to press all the buttons on the grounds that we can't break this. Oh, that's interesting. Did I just find it? I think I just found a an undo button. That's quite cool. Why try and do something that's so burdensome? Because it's fun. Literally it. X? No, that gives me a pound. Okay. Okay. That's doesn't work. Shift break does nothing. How the hell? It can't be. It can't be that tough because we've made a game before. So, oh, up and down now don't work. Okay. Why don't up and down work? What have I done? Shift delete? No. Shift delete? No. I genuinely don't understand what's going on here. Try simple shift and E. Simple shift, E. Simple shift and E is doing nothing. I am at a loss There's got to be a way, because games are made in this thing. Enter returns to main menu, but enter here doesn't. Press enter. Yeah. Simple shift enter. Simple shift enter. Every time just does that. So what the hell? If I do both simple shifts and the enter key, nope, that doesn't work either. Type in exit and see what happens. Are you sure? Okay, that... Oh, hang on. Nope, exit doesn't work. Take care, Gurphy. Thanks for coming along, man. I genuinely don't get this. What the hell is its problem? Yeah, it's just not doing it. All I'm getting is the symbols. Simple shift delete. Nope. True video. Invert video. Nothing. Thank you. You don't know how to get out of arcade game developer, do you?
Why would I know?
Because no one else does.
Google is probably...
Google is telling me bottle. The manual says simple shift and A to take you back to the event selection screen. But it doesn't. Ah! It doesn't work. Oh my goodness. Caps lock and A? Nope. Nope. This is ridiculous. I am genuinely... I'm genuinely impressed at how ridiculous this is. How are we supposed to code a game when we can't work out what to press to change a single thing? Right, I'm... Exit. Right. Screen layout, exit fast draw mode. No, that's not what I need. I'll processing current events terminated. Screen layout, exit fast draw, blah, 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 blah. Edit an A? Where's edit? Oh, there. Nope. Nothing. I am actually amazed at this. I really am. I am genuinely amazed that this doesn't work properly. Events. What if I have a blah blah blah? Right. Waiting for the event, blah blah blah. Right. Simple shift and A returns the event selection screen. But it doesn't. Simple shift and A doesn't do that. I can't move it to beyond end of file. That trick, it doesn't work. I can go up, but I can't go further down. I am genuinely impressed by how stupid this is. Right, I'm going to try something. Try both symbol shift buttons and A as well. I'm just going to bring up the emulator again. And I'm going to try it in there. Right. Symbol shift A. It doesn't work. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So, I am now going to eject and load in. And this, I shouldn't have to do, but I'm going to do it in the background while we're trying to work this out. I'm going to load in Arcade Game Designer version 4.7. Because I have a feeling that 4.8 is broken. So it's loading in the background. We're just going to leave that going while I try to work this out. Try break. That's break. Symbol shift and break. Both symbol shifts and break. Nothing. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Why doesn't... Nope. Didn't work either. We're not trying to write out a specific character. We're trying to exit this. We should have tried this first. I'm loading up version 4.7 in the emulator on the grounds that I think this is broken. Never used this program, so this is guesswork. Yeah. So I'm loading up Arcade Game Designer version 4.7. And we're going to see if that one doesn't have this bug. Because I think this is bugged. I genuinely think this is broken. The system worked before. We've done this before. We made a pretty good game. It was a fun game. But this is taking the piss. And I don't like it. We're sitting trying to do a special input. No, it's looking for a certain key press to know what to do. And we're not doing what it wants. Very clearly we're not doing what it wants. It's not working either. I genuinely don't know. 4.8 was untested, might contain bugs. Yeah, bugs, even not bugs. Which is why I'm going back to 4.7 and seeing if that works. And if it does, we'll use that one. But at the moment, I've got to save it. Right, is that loaded? Has it loaded in? No, it's loading in the diamond screen. So we'll get there in a minute. It's fine. Let it do its thing and see what happens. If we can't get out of this, then we can't code. It's as simple as that. Then the entire night has been wasted. What else could we try? I think this is the limit. We've got everything we can. Right, I'm just waiting for 4.7 to load, and we're going to see if this works. But right now, I've got a blank screen and nothing on screen. Now it's loading something called pumpkins. Why is it loading pumpkins? Bit weird. I don't remember a game called Pumpkins. Right, I'm going to switch over now to the... Yeah. Here we are. So this is what's on screen for me. Pumpkins and a blank screen. I think it's about to finish. And we'll see if this does anything. This is Retro Virtual Machine again. I'm loading version 4.7. I'm actually quite surprised that this is like this. And that Jonathan would put out something like that. I'm not turning the computer off. Turn the computer off would be the final thing. Is this? 4.7 didn't even load. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done. There's nothing. We can't use it. It doesn't work. Why did he put out this? Why did he do this? Why did he put this out? I am genuinely shocked. I am genuinely shocked at this. Right. Reset. Reset button. I am genuinely shocked at that. That was ridiculous. Right. You've got it up on your end. You managed to get 4.7 to work? Platform game designer. Tape loading error. Lovely. How is there a tape loading error? There's no bloody tape. Seriously, there's no tape. How did I get a tape loading error? I am shocked, genuinely shocked that that happened. There we are. Linear game designer. Oh, linear game? I don't want linear game. Right. Won't we play not playing, loading. Oh my goodness, what the hell? There. Explorer game design. Is this what we need? Right, let's have a look. Keyboard controls. K. Let's see if we can do this. Press a key for left. Z. Press a key for right. X. Press a key for jump. Space. Press a key for pause. H. Right, here we go. Right, let's do this. Okay. Right. So let's start with sprites. S for sprites. We're going to start with this. Right, let's do this. Ink. Right, let's do this. We're going to try and build our Santa again. Right, there's his hat. Down and across. Oh my goodness, there are things we have to do because things aren't working. I'm still shocked that that was put out in a way that you just couldn't exit. I'm genuinely shocked. Think, dude, Jonathan, why did you do that, man? I know we left the Spectrum community, but bloody hell. Right. There's our silly hat. He really should be red rather than yellow, shouldn't he? There we are. You're able to use Alt-A to leave. Really? So it's just me. And my emulator and the Spectrum did not work. Were you using 4.7 or 4.8? Because I'm genuinely shocked that that worked. I am, like, no word of a lie, no joke, genuinely shocked that you managed to get it to work. Because I just can't. .07. Ah. Then it must just be my copy. I don't get what's going on. Right, here we go. Right, there's his head. Right, well we're using this. We're going to go with this. You were using 2.7. Ah. Right. Yeah, the older version works. I don't know what's going on. Why? I genuinely don't know why he put that out. It doesn't work. The version we were trying does not work. Simple as. Right. So let's have his hair. So now I'm using a much older version and it's just doing what it's supposed to. And there. Now we have our guy. There we are. Option control. Oh yeah, option plus control. Okay, right. I'll give it one more try. I'll go back to the OpenMU, not OpenMU, Retro Virtual Machine. Don't need OpenMU. Right, I am loading up. I'm loading the save state that we created. Where did I put it? Sakura. Is it Sakura? No, it's Riku. Virtual computers. Spectrum. AGD4. Right, I'm here. I'm on AGD4. Right, I'm going to do this before we move on. Events. Player controls. Manic Miner style controls. Right. Alt Command A. Seriously, it does not work. Seriously. Nope. Version, it doesn't work. I'm not even kidding. I'm on it now and it doesn't work. So yeah, 4.8 has a major bug. The event system doesn't work. Simple as that. So there we are. That's it. There we are. Right, there's our guy. Right, red. He's red at the moment. So I'm going to now close that down. Platform Game Designer. Take care, Chief. Thanks for coming along, dude. Gonna have a glimpse at what Zyfor's doing. Yeah, I think he's probably having a better night than I am. Platform Game Designer. Right, where is it? Platform Game Designer. Here we go. And I would like to look at the manual. Is there a manual? Yes, there are. Platform games. Oh. Distribution denied for file downloads. What? What the hell happened? Manual. Files. The instructions in text document. Right, here we are. Okay, let's have a look. Sprites, where's the sprites? Sprite design, okay. Toggle brightness is B. I want him to be brighter than that. There! Right. The key combo works on 4.7. Weird. So what the hell was going wrong with mine? Okay, well, if needs be, we'll come back to it on 4.7 at some point. Right. There's my, there's Santa. He looks like a git. He looks like the kind of guy you would not want climbing down your chimney, but that's fine. 4.8 is bugged to hell. Yes. Right, there's our guy. Right, screen. We now need our building blocks. Empty space. Right, let's leave that at that. Create another block. Yes. And this one will be a normal platform. I get that he left the community and he didn't want to work on it and stuff like that, but it's got a major bug. And how? If the previous version worked, that's shocking, and I don't say that lightly. It's actually shocking that that was not working when the previous one did. Like, what was he fiddling on to have caused that? It's just weird. Right, there we are. There's our block one. Create another one. Create another block. Yes. Now we're getting somewhere. Right, we need red, and the paper needs to be white, so that it's interesting. Yes, there we go. Right. Actually, I'm going to leave 2 spaces, and then do that, and then leave 2 spaces, and then do that, and then you can't because it's not going to. Right. 1 space, and then move on. Alright, we're going to get that. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. Down, and that one. So there's 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Alt graph A worked. So why isn't it working on the actual spectrum? I genuinely don't get this. Because it's not like the membrane is going, because symbol shift works on this system. We showed that by putting all the symbols on. So I just don't get what's going on. I genuinely don't get it. I genuinely do not understand. I just don't get it. I'm not questioning you, Patrick. If you say it happened, then I believe you. But it's just weird. Solid wall for that one. Next up, create block. Yes. Right, here's the walling. So let's get this going. And paper should be yellow. Bright yellow. No, dark. Oh, dark yellow looks brilliant. Okay, let's do this. All right, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that looks good. 1, 2, 3. that can't be what we're doing because, look, it will not work. It will not tessellate. Right, 1, 2, 3. So it'll come down here and let's do 3. There we are. Right, I got the numbers wrong, so it's okay. Right, now we're getting there. Right, and that is a solid wall. Ah, okay. Right, let's start. Let's work out a screen layout. Do 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 do. Right, go over to the edge. Now this one's different. You've done your best. Yeah, there's nothing else you can do, man. There's nothing else you can do. You've tried it and it worked. When I tried it, it didn't. But we can work this out, right? So look. Layout, patrolling Nasty's music club. Miscellaneous. Go to I. Fall without dying. Yes. Number of lives. 3. Change direction midair. No. Enter prompt to start game. Press any key to start the game. It's fine as well. Right. I don't see the... T for status panel. Let's have a look. 2 for lives. Don't know what's going on there. Test game? Nothing there yet. Okay. Right, let's do for screen layout. Yeah. Let's do a screen layout. Let's just build this. Okay. Yeah, we can't see the source code. It's closed source. We're just working with what we've got. Right, down. Let's change our blocks because we know what we're doing now. Right, this is the customs building, you see. Actually, that kind of works. Do that. Right, we need our first block now. Yep. Here we go. Right, let's do this. Now we're getting somewhere. That's where we need to go. There we go. Right, and we need a base. We need something on the bottom of the screen so Santa can walk around. Because that would be useful, wouldn't it? For him to not fall straight away into somewhere dodgy. Right. So he's been on a bender. There we go. Right, let's move on. There we are. Right. That's our first place. Map layout, P. We're going to put our starting map here. Did that not work? 1. Yes. No. What? Okay, I need to work out the map thing. Give me a second. We're going through. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Don't worry. Select previous room. Select next room. Select place where the player first starts. Okay, so I need 1 or 2. There. Right. And that's where we start. We're going to start the game. There. Let's begin. Test the game. Wrong button. Test the game. Do-do-do-do. Well, that doesn't bloody work. Why am I invisible? What the hell is going on? Sprites. Oh, of course. Right, give me a second. I know what's going on. Copy to keyboard, to clipboard even. F. Frame 1. Paste. 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 Right. Try it now. Right, we can go back. We can go that way. But forward doesn't seem to work. Okay, that's our... Oh! I get what's going on. Right, we've got it the wrong way around. Okay, I know what's going on. Right. Sprites. This is our left-facing sprite. He's facing right. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's working. All right, let me just work out where the sprite is. Can I flip him and can I delete a frame? No, I can't. Okay. So I can flip it though. Flip with H. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Next sprite. 1. 2. 3. 4. Okay. And how would I sort that? Right. 0 and 1 are used by the main player sprites. They have 8 frames of animation each. Sprite 1 is when it moves right. Yes, sprites. So we're on sprite 2. Okay, let's leave it like that. Test the game. Wrong button again. Right, here we go. That sprite is just not working. The one for the right is not working. But we've got this. He works. Why isn't it working? Right, sprites 0 and 1 are used as the main player sprites. They have 8 frames of animation each. They don't. Because we just tried that. Sprites. S for sprites. That's sprite 2. Delete. Delete sprite. This is sprite 1. Right. N for next sprite. Right, sprite 0, sprite 1. Create. Right. Let's do it this way and see if this works. We get there in the end. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, test now. And now we have Santa, and he actually... Oh, yes, look at that. Oh, that is... Yes, there we are. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. That is superb. That is exactly what we needed. I'm happy now. Right. We've also got the issue where you have to get lined up correctly to be able to get to where you're going. Oh. Yes. Right. There we go. There. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere and it's fun and I like it. Okay. Right. Now we're going to test saving the game. Because we've got somewhere. G to save game. Start code, end file name. Santa 2025. Actually, Santa 25. Dash underscore even 1. Okay, let's try this. Well, that's clearly not doing anything. It's trying to save, but there's nothing in the tape player to save. So it's trying to save to tape. And I can't do anything about that. There's no tape in the thing. May I inquire how you got the idea to create this, use this system, create a simple game because it looks fun? That's exactly why. It looks fun and it's fun. It's just a bit of fun. Right, so we're going to have to use something different because the save game is only going to tape. So I'm going to press this button for this and then press S. Error. 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 Break. Okay. Okay, divmc future. I need a manual for divmc. Save snapshot. Otherwise, we're not going to get anything done. Right. Let's save a file, navigate the folder you want to save, return to basic and type the following. That will not work. Hold on. Did I just save? Because it looks like it's... No, it's not saved to anything, has it? There's nothing in there. So it didn't save. divmc future, save a snapshot. How do you use a snapshot function? It's got one. It's got a function, but I can't make it work. I know it's got one because it's there. People are talking about it. Press the S key on keyboard to save your file. It will increase in number. Oh, okay. Let's have a look. Right. Go to this. There's 9 snaps there. If I press S, error. Right. I'm not going to go any further. Guys, I'm not going any further. We've been going for hours. I can't save a snapshot. There's something wrong with the SD card. So, what I'm going to do is leave it there. Next time, we're doing Bioshock tomorrow. So next time, we're going to make this work. And I'll work something out. Otherwise, we're going to be going around in circles and constantly hitting a block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away and create and buy another SD card, one that works. Because I think what's actually happened is this one's old and is now getting errors. That's why we had a problem with it when we had it on the Mac, and that's why we're having problems with it here. So we'll come back to this once I've got another SD card, and we'll see how it goes from there. But for now, I think that's as far as we've got to go. Otherwise, there's going to be no point, because we'll make stuff and then it won't work. And we won't be able to save it. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you've had as much fun as I have. It's been one of those nights. It's frustrating, but we got something. And that's to me is progress. We can always look back and think, I could have done that better. And yeah, we could have. But at the same time, I pressed the wrong button. But at the same time, we got some progress. And that's what counts. I think we're better off now that we know what's the issue than we were before we started. So, in my view, that's progress. But thanks very much for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. And I'll leave you with the outro, which says thank you to the supporters on Patreon for keeping the lights on. But until next time, I've been Zoe Kirk Robinson. You've been watching GameHammer. I'm off to tidy up. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! I'd like to give a big shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. Without you guys, I really couldn't continue making all of these shows. And if you'd like to join our fantastic Patreon heroes here, go over to patreon.com/Zoe Kirk Robinson. It really does help us out. Thank you so much, guys.